Welcome back to News Across Nigeria, where we keep you updated on what's happening across the Nigerian Federation. In the South-South, the Delta State Police Command have restated their resolve to take on individuals who are bent on capitalizing on the festive season to carry out criminal acts. The police said this during a press briefing at the police headquarters in Asaba, the state capital, where some suspects were paraded for allegedly dealing in adulterated hot drinks, as well as other crime.
Conspiracy and adulteration of drinks. This is very serious because only God knows how many people must have consumed such drinks and what will happen to them medically. Suspect has actually been charged to court because investigation is still ongoing and we don't want to be pressurized to release him on bail, so we charge him to court, pending when NAFDAC will furnish us with the outcome of their investigation on those drinks. So we have several bottles of black label, red label drinks, Loyal, Circle, Grandmaster hot drinks, McDowell hot drinks, cartons and cartons of empty hot drinks, and ethanol, 25 liters of ethanol, which he uses to mix them up. Herdsmen and farmers crisis. I'm sure you know that is another challenge that we have been having. I want to warn herdsmen that they should not graze in people's farmlands because people in this area are predominantly farmers. So once you go and destroy their farmlands, you are destroying their means of livelihood. So I want to warn that any herdsman found with any type of weapon will face the full wrath of the law.
To the southwest, meanwhile, the Special Fraud Unit of the Nigeria Police in Lagos has arrested a suspect alleged to have defrauded a Chinese business to the tune of 165 million naira. The suspect, who claims to be a logistics expert, explains he had challenges in the course of transferring the money to his partners. Speaking on the arrest, the public relations officer of the unit, Lawal Audu, hinted that the suspect will soon be charged to court.
Received the petition, detectives swung into action. It wasn't easy getting him arrested. After all effort, detailed intelligence gathering and surveillance, the detectives got to his house in Magodo Phase 2. It was all dramatic because he made sure that detectives don't get into the building, don't gain access to the building. When they eventually gain access to the building, they found all these things you're seeing here, and then numerous passports, international passports of various persons. They also found certificates, foreign institution certificates.
What happened is this: he gave one of my clients money, who happened to a client as well. So Dr. Rav and UK bank, that is the HSBC bank, they are acquiring the fund, of which the fellow is in UK and his passport is in UK. They are to go to court by February 14, by January 14, according to him, and everything will be resolved, so latest by January ending.
Finally, the Standards Organization of Nigeria, well, before we go to that story, let's take you to the northwest now, where policemen attacked the Operation Yaki security outfit in Kaduna State have recovered over 500 cows and sheep that were stolen from herdsmen in the Kagarko local government area of the state, while suspected rustlers were also arrested. Handing over the animals to their owners, the special advisor to the state governor on internal security, Mr. Yakubu Yusuf, says the state government remains committed to the ongoing effort to flush out cattle rustlers and other criminal elements out of the state.
This is following an operation being conducted by our colleagues. They did a marvelous job and they recovered a total of 352 cows and then 55 sheep. Today I'm using this opportunity on behalf of the state government to hand over the animal back to their owners. We have done that after satisfying the condition laid down by the Committee for Claim. I want to also sincerely appreciate and then thank those who have done this operation, our colleagues, the police people in Jere, more especially the DPO under his They did a marvelous job. We are very, very proud of the Nigerian police, Nigerian army. In fact, in all these security agencies in Kaduna State, we are happy with the policemen in Kaduna State.
Now, finally, the Standards Organization of Nigeria have confiscated 2 containers and 3 trucks of of electricity bulbs for failing to meet the required standards for consumption. Addressing journalists on the composition of the items, the Director of Compliance, Mr. Bede Obayi, explains the bulbs were reported as 85 megawatts, but investigations showed that they comprised of just 25 megawatts. He says the culprits were prosecuted according to Section 14 of the Standards Organization of Nigeria Act 2015. And that's where we'll call it a day for this edition of News Across Nigeria, where from the north to the south, east and west, we show you what's happening now across the country. Thanks for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay.